questionable fashion, and questionable ethics. This is Cosmopunk.
The Wolf in Cashmere, a homebrew Starfinder story featuring the crew of the Leica 7.
Heyo, I'm Cypher, and I play the Yosaki operative Otter, pilot, and space ninja super spy by the name of Ryder. Now you see me, now you're dead.
Hello, I'm Ty, and I play Radar, a half-machine Yamultron mechanic with a short fuse and a death wish. He fell through time at the speed of regular time, frozen in an escape pod. Now it's 10,000 years later, and he is done with this future.
Hey, I'm Pan, and I play Bath, Kobold Android Mage, Lost Soul, Captain of Leica 7, and currently AWOL on the trail of her missing father, answer to her past, and the source of her strange new powers. You can find me on Twitter and most socials as Stellar Encore.
Hey, I'm Zuki, and I play Alejandro, uplifted bear, technomancer, and all-round excellent chef.
And I'm RJ. I normally play the ship's mechanic, V, but for this campaign, I'll be the GM. Last episode on Cosmopunk, the war begins. Two Pale Moon operatives in stealth robes ambush Ryder and Al aboard a lift as they head into the centre of Absalom City. As they fight, one of them begins cutting the lift cables, threatening to send the whole thing plummeting several thousand stories to the ground. Back at the ship, Radar is reunited with his weapons and ammo. After Ryder makes him aware of the fight going on, he briefly flirts with ending it using the long-range laser cannons on the Leica, but thinks the better of it. After a short battle, a quick-thinking Al manages to immobilise one of the robed assailants, while the other one flees. Radar leaves the ship and heads up to regroup with Ryder and Al, to discover who the mystery assassin they've captured is. Tied up and unmasked, the attacker is revealed as a Vlaka operative. He sassily explains he's a mercenary for Hightail, under the codename Lieberman, contracted out to fulfill a hit on Juniper as a way to pressure Carmageddon into surrendering to the Pale Moon Collective. Eventually, the cocky Canid pushes his luck too far. Ryder gets fed up with his attitude and has Radar shoot him in the back of the head. Unfortunately, murder is kind of a hard crime to get away with on Absalom Station, and the authorities quickly begin convening on their location. Just in time, the gang dumps the body and flees the scene. Episode 3. What have you done? You are in a lift heading upwards. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to cast Disguise Self for myself, just to look like a totally different bear, or maybe even something. I'm not sure what other huge creatures there are, but I'm going to stick with a bear.
Okay.
Like a giant capybara.
Well, there's it could be like one of those weird four-armed things. They're large. But yeah, I'll stick with a bear.
The question is, at this point, none of you did a sweep for CCTV, but I'm
Nope.
guessing, Al, are you doing that just because your friends just shot someone and...
Yes, I think we have identified... Well, certainly in the lift, I'm going to turn off any cameras in here.
Yep. Give me computers to break into the lift, override, and disable the cameras.
Okay. Alright, so that's 13 on the dice, so that's 31.
Yeah. So with 31, you pry open the control panel with a claw, and the wiring is there. It's
Well, I'm just going to use my... basically, I bring up like a holographic data pad and connect to any electronic system I can see, so I'll just hack into it that way.
Yeah, so you've done that. The camera winks out, the little LED light that indicates it's operating, it's shut down, and there's no other cameras in there. As you're looking at your data pad, you have a text message from Juniper.
Maybe she can help us with this.
Who's that?
Juniper.
What's it say?
She's
Juniper.
the
give
person
her a
they
ring
really
back.
wanted to kill.
Yeah,
All
give her a
right.
ring back.
What does the message say?
The message says, I need you to get to this address as soon as possible. What have you done? And then
Okay.
below that, there's an address.
Give me that. I'm going to try and get the data pad and give Juniper a call.
Yeah, you give it a ring. It rings through. It goes to a voicemail eventually.
Voicemail?
Yeah, voicemail exists in the future.
We have to get out of here,
she didn't
and
pick
we
it
have
up.
to not be seen. They're going to have security all over the place, even when we get to the next level. So, what level is the address on? Is it accessible from this lift? Can I switch the destination?
I'm not sure what you'd roll for memory. I mean, you know Absalom Station fairly well, and judging by the postcode, it's probably it's in a nearby sector. You reckon 15, 20
Well, I'll
minutes?
just look a bit on the Absalom maps. just put it in there. But also, I don't think we have to be careful. We'll be walking through corridors which are going to be monitored, looking for us.
Yeah. I got a plan for that. Don't worry. Juniper's not picking up her data pad. Where is she?
She's probably ignoring your call.
It's probably not a good idea to talk over an unsecured line.
Oh God! Radar, can you secure this line?
I can.
Let's just
try.
get there. Let's just get there and talk to her. I think that's the best thing we can do. Do you have a way to be invisible?
Yeah. Don't worry about me. I got a plan.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, the lift is passing floors constantly. If you don't interrupt it, then it's just going to keep progressing because you just.
Yeah. So I'm going to look at where we need to be and then redirect the lift. And also, can I make the lift so it won't stop at any other floors? It's just going to go straight to the one we need to go to.
Yeah. Based on the role you gave me earlier, I'm going to say you can carry that forward. And you have essentially control over this lift for the time that you're inside it.
Okay.
And yeah, just before we reach our destination, I'm going to go invisible. Probably just step behind Owl and then not step out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll cast invisibility on Radar if you're okay with it.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay.
Right. So Al, you're currently disguised as
Polar bear.
Polar Bear.
As Eirik Burnison.
Ryder and Radar, you're both invisible. I mean, Al, are you just using a spell slot for that? Or do you need to roll?
It's a spell slot. There's no.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. If somebody tries to see through my disguise by examining me closely, there's a roll there. Yeah.
I mean, on the upside as well. Firstly, you're alone in this lift, so no one saw you make Ryder, and nobody saw Ryder and Radar go invisible. And secondly, you're now getting towards very late evening. So if you imagine, I think it was around like 9 or 10ish in the evening because we were going to go skulk out after hours. It's now close to midnight. There's still people around as you exit the lift, but it's not a bustling hive of activity at this hour. Can I get perception rolls from everyone?
Yes.
T is for perception. T is the Typhon can't find his fucking dice. There we go.
14.
Wow.
13
Okay.
on the dice, plus 16, 29.
29.
34.
30? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Uh,
Did you roll a 20?
I suppose, Al, you're probably more concentrating on looking at people and making sure that no one's twigging onto who you are. Since Ryder and Radar are both unseeable, I'd say Ryder
Taking up
probably...
a natural perimeter.
Ryder would probably be the first to notice, but because Absalom Station is a tiered space station, when you're on certain decks, you can see the actual dome that surrounds it, and you can see beyond the dome into the outside expanse. There's a lot less ships moving around outside than normal. And just taking a glance down at the lower tiers, you can see that some of the docks are starting to be closed. You can see the distant blink of sort of hover police cars.
Hey, I think they're locking down the station.
Wow, really? Is that for us?
I don't know. Shh. Kind of flattered if it is.
Yeah. Well, they must take murder kind of seriously.
Yes, we tend to take murder very seriously.
It's not like Outpost Z.
Yes, you're not on Outpost Z now, unfortunately.
Oh, come on. A mercenary's a mercenary no matter where you go.
Yeah. They knew what they were signing up for, especially when they tried to kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
They did try and murder us, yes. There is
Yes,
this.
they did.
The usual response to that is to get them arrested, not to shoot them
The
back.
usual response. We're not usual people, Al.
This I am learning, yes.
Also, if they get arrested, they just get out and go back to murdering.
I love the idea you're just walking along having a conversation with two people that cannot be seen. So you're just talking
Yeah.
to yourself.
You know, even better, we're still in the lift, so they're just stood there by themselves having a conversation.
No,
in
no,
a-
I think we're
You've
outside.
exited the lift now, sorry.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
walking.
okay, I missed that.
On our way to the secured location to meet
Yeah.
Juniper.
One
Right.
person gives Al a funny look because he's walking past just muttering to himself, but It doesn't look like they've clocked anything.
Are there any security, any police or anything?
There's definitely more activity, but because it's quite late evening and this level's quite empty, it looks like the bulk of the police force is still down on that lower level trying to work out exactly what the hell just went on. This really isn't Outpost Z. Stuff like this just doesn't happen. It'd be like a shooting in central London, which actually that has happened before.
Yeah.
I just realised I've been
Absolutely.
basing all the police actions on London Bridge.
Wow.
A shooting in rural Hertfordshire.
Yeah.
I don't think Absalom's that nice. It is still pretty. nasty
It's
in
still got like a
places.
class system and everything. Yeah.
We
does.
shot somebody on the nice level, I think. That's the
But
It's really clean on the upper bits. It's like an eye shop.
it's also the centralised location for the Starfinder Society. So
Nah, we've run in with them before. They'll be fine.
Yeah, fuck those guys. V's got the right idea. Blow them all up.
that is not what V's idea of the Starfinders is. V's idea of the Starfinders is avoid them at all costs, lest you get caught, not kill them all.
Okay. Anyway, do we arrive at the location safely? Then is the question.
Yeah, give me.
Before
one
that,
more- Oh, go on.
Before that, are there any small creatures walking past Yusoki, Bantras, etc., about Ryder's heights that I can take a scan with my holopip?
Roll me a D1.
Yes.
Sure. So, D100.
D is for 100.
81.
Yeah, as you're passing through this area, I'm guessing you're treading quite lightly.
Yes.
You see, there's a team of 3 or 4 Yusokis, and they've got a little cart with them, and they're doing litter pickup. They've got high-vis vests on, and I was about to say hard hats. They don't have hard hats on. They've got gloves.
Are they rat Yusoki or other
These
species
are
Yusoki?
these are original blend rat Yusoki.
Tesco's own brand Yusoki.
Standard issue. Ryder rolls her holopip out underneath their little trash cart.
I will need a
And-
dex roll.
Sure. Just raw dex.
Yeah.
D20, add your dex bonus.
Yeah, you're neither at or not at advantage for this. So
Sure. Okay, we've got 16 plus 4, so dirty 20.
yeah, you thread it between one of their legs and their tail. It sort of hitters along. One of them sort of like pricks their ear up a sec, and they just like look around, but shrug and keep wheeling it. The other two are sort of like just grabbing litter and bottles, like plastic, and chucking it into this cart. And yes, you have scanned the one at the back. You don't know their name or much about them, but yeah, you have a fairly decent representation of them. How do you retrieve your pips? Do you just let it roll and then go grab it? Or?
Yeah, just let it roll and then just hop off of Al. I assume she's riding on Al's back. Just skitters over, picks it up, and then hops back on.
Yeah. Alright. And
Right, that'll do.
yes, the address that Juniper gave you has taken you to a fairly large block of flats. It's sort of 7 to 8 levels, like 3 or 4 entries and exits ways. One of the doors is open to like the central stairwell, so you can just go up into it. You're outside the door.
Radar knocks on it, while standing off to one side.
Yeah. The door opens a crack, and you see a familiar-looking face of Juniper just poking through, and then it closes. You hear several latches unbolt, and it opens again. It's just like, get inside.
Are you in the habit of letting strange bears into your apartment?
Very, very funny, Al. Come on, get inside.
Hello, Juniper.
Hello.
Don't worry, they're invisible. Actually, I'll drop
yeah,
the spell
sorry.
at this point on radar. Anyway.
Oh, okay. You're good. You're all here. Fine.
Yep, all here, all accounted for.
Inside, quickly. Before, have you been followed?
Yep.
Were you seen?
Nope.
No?
What happened? Okay.
Oh, somebody tried to assassinate you.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
Yeah, we killed them.
And they thought we were you somehow, but I don't know how. There was something about the fact that you smelled like.
So, basically, I'll give you the rundown. We went up in a lift to go and investigate that hightail place. Sorry, I'll come out of stealth. Ryder goes around the back of Owl and steps back out, visibly. Hello, Juniper. So, yeah, we went up to investigate that hightail fashion place, and we got stopped on the way. Lift got halted. There were 2 Vlaker on the roof in weird, sort of like Vanta Black suits, trying to kill us. Because they thought that we were you. So you've got somebody out for your blood.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I figured.
Which
that at
means
some
that
point-
the situation's already compromised. So
Yeah.
I guess stealth's out the window.
Stealth is either out the window or stealth is very much in the window because, and she just flicks to the TV. Yeah, there's a newscaster on there. They're talking about an incident that's occurred in one of the sectors of Absalom today. A disaster on one of the lifts, and the apparent murder in broad daylight. And it cuts to footage, and it's grainy. It's hard to make out any particular faces, but it's just the clip of.
Oh
it's-
dear!
What do you mean, oh dear? It's fine.
Oh,
That could be any otter.
I believe
What?
I believe the assassin was a certain Andre Lieberman Arnold, reclusive son to the billionaire. Radar's reading this as it's coming up on the subtitles.
Yeah, so it's on subtitles. So the full one is: authorities have released the images of suspects wanting a connection with the killing, and it cuts to the pictures of you lot. The victim has been identified as Andre Lieberman Arnold, reclusive son to the billionaire fashion designer Bernard Arnold, founder of Hightail
Oh.
Fashion. In a press
Oh.
release today, the founder has announced that all Hightail Fashion outlets and offices will close for the next 3 days in mourning at the tragic loss of his son.
Wow.
Oh, that puts investigating that out the window for 3 days.
Even worse than we thought. And he's going to know it is us. He's going to know that he sent his son after
Or-
us.
Not really. We put on disguises.
Yeah. Also, this might work in our favour.
Sure, that they think they're looking for us, and if we're not us, then we still have the element of surprise.
Well, that and we had a link between Lieberman and like infiltration into Carmageddon. This might send a message that we're onto them, sort of thing, and they may stop.
That is kind of the point that I was hoping we'd get across, is that that this will send a message not to fuck with us.
Yes.
I suppose. I mean, this will cause difficulties. They've already begun locking down Absalom Station as a precaution until they can figure out exactly what has been going on. What did you do with the body?
Well, Alejandro made it invisible, and we hid it in a dumpster.
It's going to be very much visible by now. But yes.
Oh, okay, right. Well, I mean, on the bright side, that'll keep them busy for a while. Who on the station could identify you by your face currently?
Maybe about 300 or 400 people.
Security guards.
I mean, specifically,
No, come on.
who have you interacted with at a memorable level?
Border control guard.
I had a conversation with some security guards going back to the shit.
I think it's best for the meantime if you all found a way to not look like yourselves for as long as possible. The only way I can see this working is we can accelerate our timescales. We need to get as much information on Hightail and how they're getting to Carmageddon as possible. When we've done that, I'm hopefully going to be able to open a portal and we can escape Absalom Station that way.
Okay.
I don't think staying here is of any benefit. It's going to cause more problems than it's going to solve.
Slightly weird, but honestly related question then.
Go on.
Do you have any black ink or failing that, a shit ton of Sharpies?
Can I have my makeup bag? I can take a look through that.
How much black ink you got?
I don't think she's got black ink. I think it's probably going to be mascara.
Oh, can we turn that into an ink?
It is. It pretty much is ink. What do you need ink?
What? Well, we could do the whole Edmund Voss and
Oh, Camilla.
Miss Camilla. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we could.
Yeah.
I mean, those two are wanted by the Vescarium at the moment, so...
It's all right. We're not in the
No, they're not.
Vescarium. I think we're fine.
You're actually not wanted by the Vescarium, if you remember the
That's
end of that
fine,
one.
man. With ladder, you can go back in the cupboard now. Well, let's continue our conversation.
You smooth things over. You're good with the Secretary of State.
We know, but it's just funnier if we think that we're still wanted.
It's more exciting.
Yeah, so it's more exciting. So we could do that. We're not in the Vescarium. We'll be fine.
Well, I did take a scan of one of the litter pickers back there as well, so if push comes to shove, there's another identity I can become.
No, wait, even better. We're not wanted by the Vescarium, are we? We smoothed it over with them.
I like to imagine that while this is going on, Al and Juniper are just standing there looking at each other like, what are they on about?
But no, get my point. That means, like, if we do get into a corner, we can contact Vescarium and get authentication for our pseudonyms.
It's not a bad shout.
It's a stretch, I know, but it's better than nothing.
Juniper just leans over to Al. Does any of this make sense to you, what they're saying?
I know nothing. No.
Okay.
Sorry, we had an earlier adventure. We're just smoothing
Good
things
birthday
out.
guy.
So many adventures.
Okay, well,
You ever been to the Vescarium?
No, radar.
never needed to.
So,
Oh, okay.
what do we need to do to speed this operation up then?
Okay, so first of all, we need to get you guys not looking like you guys. It sounds like you've got that in hand. You have options. If necessary, I will go down to the shops and I will buy you some black ink if that's the way it needs to go.
Thank you very much.
Right. Well, all of my Camilla stuff is on board the Leica, so I'll need to sneak back on there. Luckily, I got this, and Ryder pulls out her holopip and puts an impression of the litter picker that she took a scan of on top of her.
Ooh, that'll work.
The way Absalom Station works in situations like this, which, believe it or not, I actually spent some time reading the security procedures for this kind of thing. The lockdown prevents any entry and exit of ships from the station. If you need to get to your ship yourself, you'll need to potentially go through border security, but your ship won't be able to leave.
Yeah.
Ryder's like checking her face in the hallway mirror. She's like, "This guy's actually kind of handsome. It's a shame the dirt's baked into the texture." Sorry, Juniper. Yeah, I was listening.
Oh my God, Cypher, really?
Okay, so it sounds like we have a potential plan here. If you can get to your ship, get what you need, I can get you some elements for your disguise. Al, how are you with your disguise? Can you just maintain that, or?
It will eventually give out after a few hours, but yes.
Okay, can you replenish it? Because I get the feeling this is going to last more than a few hours, if I'm honest.
Yes, it's going to be difficult, but I can do it.
It's okay. I think we're about to take a long rest.
So yeah, Ryder's going to deactivate her holographic clone and recharge the battery on it. There's like
good shout.
like a USB-C port in this room or something.
What is that thing you've got there?
Just a bit of operative kit I've had for a while.
Oh, can I take a look?
Yeah, sure. She somewhat hands it over. Yeah, I got this at the academy, Al. They don't just hand these out.
Ah, yes, but very, very intricate. But I won't take it apart just now. It's probably not a good idea.
No, don't, please.
Okay, we have some time. This place should be generally off the radar. If you weren't followed here, the police won't think to look here.
Not you.
Not you.
Oh.
I will go get you the supplies you need to at least create some disguise for Radar. Ryder, if you want to head to your ship, be careful. At this time, it's probably going to be the most patrolled sectors to prevent anyone trying to break out of the space station. So there will be police around.
Well, I'm just going to sneak in as a litter picker, just clean up the cargo bay a bit. I'm not going to actually try and look like I'm taking off or whatever.
Al, can you make me a coffee, please?
Oh, of course. Oh, one thing. When you go down to the shops, pick up a couple of hollow skins. That's the kind of thing that we need here. Yes.
Shops? I'm not going to the shops.
No,
Juniper is going to go to the shops.
Juniper.
To get,
okay.
He's going to the 24/7 skins. Absolute cash and carry, so...
hollow skin is a level 2 item. Yeah, and you can basically use disguise self to change your race and appearance.
Wow.
Okay, I'll try. So, in the meantime, brainstorm what you're going to do about this.
Right.
Hightail's going to be closed for 3 days. That's a problem, but it can also be an opportunity. It means the shops are going to be a lot less busy. The offices won't have workers in them. This could be a window for us. We can use this, what's happened, to our advantage as best we can.
Are you suggesting breaking and entering? Because I'm all about that.
I am thoroughly suggesting breaking and entering.
Yes.
And this time there won't be any danger of collateral damage because there won't be any workers or civvies in there.
They'll probably have security guards on there. They're not idiots.
Oh yes, the place will still have security guards.
It seems unlikely they keep much in their actual stores, though. I mean, that's a shop. It'll be the head office or maybe even the CEO's headquarters where they keep any information on this, surely.
There will definitely be guards.
Yes, Hightail Fashion's central offices are on Absalom Station. I thought that's where you were going earlier.
We were going to one of the shops, yes, but not to the...
No, we were going to the head office, weren't we?
No, we were just snooping around the main store.
Yeah.
Well, then they sent somebody to try and kill Juniper, and we stopped them.
If we can get to the head office, maybe we can hack into their computer system, look at what they've got.
Yeah, okay. Sure thing. Well, first of all, we need to get our disguises in order. So, Radar, is there anything you want from Leica 7?
Oh, can you grab Edmund's suit, please?
Sure. Is that in your wardrobe?
It'll be on the floor drobe somewhere.
The floor drobe. Okay.
This is why we say Radar doesn't wash.
You can fuck off with that.
Radar washes, he just doesn't store his clothes properly. It's going to be all creased and horrible.
I'm going to call up to have my equipment sent up by a friend of mine. So I've currently got none of my guns or armor.
Okay.
So I'll pick that up.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. It will take me a couple of hours to get things. It'll take you a couple of hours to get to your ship and back. I suggest we take the night, reconvene our thoughts in the morning, and work out the best plan of attack. Does it sound like a good idea?
Can we stay here?
Well, I think Ryder's said she was going to head out to her ship, but in general, the less you're out, the less exposed you are.
I mean, I'm coming back here.
Well, that's right. I don't want to go back to my house and put my family in danger. So we need a safe house. Yes.
This is a safe house.
Yeah.
Here's the couch.
I'll take the bed.
Will you fit?
Radar is basically asleep before his head even fits the fucking pillow.
Oh, you guys just going to bed then? Okay.
No, I'm waiting for my equipment to arrive. I'll contact one of my friends, but I'll stay up waiting for you.
Radar's taking every opportunity to rest that he can.
Well, Ryder's going to head out with Juniper then, in that case.
So yeah, Juniper heads out. She's going to the shops to get 2 hollow skins and some fur dye.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't need the dye if you've got the hollow skin, but yeah.
And yeah, Ryder's going to don stealth again and head down to the docking bay where Riker 7 is.
So this is just going to be a quick bit for Ryder then. So Ryder, yes, you head out. You've donned your bin man disguise.
Oh no, she doesn't have too much battery life on that, so she wants to be invisible first.
Okay. Yes, so what you would see is, are you heading straight down to the Leica?
Yep, straight for the ship. Make sure she's not being tracked or anything.
Yeah, I mean it's very late night at this point. It's getting towards 1:30 in the morning, and the streets are fairly deserted. It was a work day. There's not many people out at this hour. However, police patrols and police activity are definitely severely ramped up. From the balconies, you can see downwards. There are police cars going back and forth. There are people with torches checking gullies. You can see that lift that collapsed to the bottom has got a police cordon around it now, and there are... Give me a perception roll.
Sure. Oh, that's a 1.
Okay. There are people down there.
Okay. She's too busy trying to make sure she's not being followed to actually look around.
Yeah. I will also need... What do you roll for your disguise? Probably stealth.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth roll.
Okay. 15 plus 22.
Yeah, you have maybe a few close calls. Sometimes there'll be a squad of 4 or 5 police officers, and they're marching in a way that takes up a lot of the walkway. So you have to sort of scooch yourself over to one side.
What's all this?
Absalom Police Force is fairly diverse. You've got all the species of the galaxy. That includes... give me one more perception roll.
14 plus 18.
Yeah, with that, you'd notice... there's all the regular species. You think you catch a glimpse of a Blarka or 2 as well in amongst there. They're not acting any differently from the other police, but...
Okay, well, she's going to avoid getting too close to them because she knows that they are very good at sniffing things.
With that, however, with your stealth roll, you managed to make it past them. None of them really twig onto you.
Well, she has been defeated by smell before, even with amazing stealth rolls, so she's learned from her experience.
There's always the species that learn to use more than their eyes that give you the most trouble.
Indeed. You don't need eyes to see, you need vision.
You get down to the ship. The way you parked was in a hangar, but it was part of a hangar complex, and there was the one central, customs area. It wasn't barriered or anything like that. It was just they would just take people aside every so often for checks. The post is abandoned this time again because the station's on lockdown. They've not seen any reason to put border security in. They've diverted them all to search and investigation.
Right, well, it's probably under some sort of surveillance, so she's going to check for cameras or devices.
Yeah. Cameras are still there.
Cameras are still there. Okay, so she's going to maintain her imperceptibility and, try and sneak up to the ship.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to imagine a European border crossing where there's a distinctive border, but most of the time it's just open for trade. But at the same time, there are always people normally there, like to pull aside. That's the sort of thing that goes on with Absalom
like
Station.
just a civilian border crossing.
Yeah. Yeah, you... what was your stealth roll, sorry?
I don't remember. What was it? 15 plus 22, I think? It was pretty high.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, you get onto the ship. There's the Leica's... so where are you going, actually, to get your stuff?
So she probably wouldn't use the main hatch, because that would make a lot of noise and draw too much attention. I imagine Ryder would know if there's some sort of, like, scurry hatch that she can get through that will be a little more inconspicuous.
The Leica has 6 entry points that you know of. There's the 2 doors that lead out from the engineering area, 2 high-level doors that lead directly to the cockpit and the crew bunks, and the main hatch at the front.
Is the one that's in a blind spot for the cameras?
Give me perception.
Sure. Ooh, we have got 10 plus perception of 18, 28.
Yeah, for 28, because the entry points for the ship are basically all around it, you figure if you were to enter through the starboard engineering area, you could get into the ship without being seen, without any of the cameras, because the angle that it's at, none of the cameras seem to be pointing directly at it.
Okay, so yeah, she'll sort of like peer in, Otter Duke her way up to the starboard engineering side, put in the key code, and yeah, get on board.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 acrobatics roll, because it's quite far off the ground.
Sure. Really yeet your way up there. We good?
Yeah, you can athletics or acrobatics, so 19 plus...
We've got 19 plus 20 or another 19.
Okay, yeah. Either way, you otter / mouse squirrel your way up into that door, open it, and you are inside the ship.
Right, short list.
Deep breath.
Yeah. And yeah, she goes to her room, gets her Camilla disguise. I've forgotten what her full name was. Have I got it written down anywhere? Oh, there it is. Camilla Fontaine.
That was it, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
So yeah, she'll get all of the her old kit for Camilla Fontaine out of her little Japanese cupboard that she has. Then go into Radar's room and look for the Edmund Voss disguise. What is the state of Radar's room?
It's actually really clean and tidy, and the disguise is in the cupboard.
That doesn't seem consistent with, as you described, the floor drobe.
You used the word floor drobe earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, he is allowed to be a little bit creative with how he describes things. It looks like a normal room.
Okay, I will take you at your word.
Ryder's room probably isn't fairly clean. She's probably got like old bento boxes and stuff all over the floor because rooms are meant to be lived in.
Okay, so you've recovered Radar's suit, you've recovered your gear. As you're heading out, you can just see on the because all the bunks are next to the crew cockpit area. You just happen to notice on one of the displays that the Leica 7's displaying error messages relating to guidance, navigation, and authorization for release.
Ooh. Okay, Ryder's going to put all of the stuff in a little suitcase or a duffel bag or something, put it to one side, and have a look at the errors more closely.
Yep. Yeah, you won't need a roll for this. It's just on the screen. As you go up to it, it's just a caution, and it's Absalom security caution. A lockdown is currently in effect. All ship departure and ingress to Absalom Station is currently restricted. We anticipate that normal passage will be resumed shortly. Thank you for your patience.
Oh, okay.
And then beneath it are 2 seals.
Are they like digital stamps?
Digital stamps. One of them is Absalom Police and Border Control. The other is the Starfinder Society.
All right, fine. So I'm guessing that just means like the doors won't open if we try and fly out.
Yes, essentially at the moment, if you wanted to get the Leica released from the bay it's in, as with every other ship on the station at the moment, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that could be an issue. Well, I guess that's something to come back to later. Is there any way I can look into the computer system to see if I could manually release these restrictions if I wanted to, but not actually do it?
You can give me a computers roll.
Oh no.
Takes on V's station for a moment, hops up. Okay, that is 14 plus computers of 13. 27.
You're looking into it. The system is triple redundant from what you can tell. The way it works is not something you'd be able to very easily override.
Yeah.
It could be done, but it would take a long time and it would attract a lot of attention.
Yeah, and by that time, lots of angry people with guns would be on top of the ship.
And you'd also need direct manual access to the doors themselves, which would mean you'd have to open the hangar doors from their direct port, which would expose you to vacuum.
Sorry, like, it looks like you're grounded for a bit. V's not going to be happy.
Mm.
So yeah, she gets her suitcase, all of the kit. And she'll get a stick of Pocky as well, and head back out.
How are you carrying all this?
A suitcase.
Okay.
Just slung on her back.
How far does your invisibility sphere extend?
This is the thing, it's not invisibility. I imagine it's like imperceptibility, so she's able to make herself blend in with clutter.
At this point, it's now very, very late, 2 or so in the morning, so the only people around are the police.
Okay.
Which means that I'm going to need you to roll stealth.
That's my highest, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20 plus 22. That's 42.
Okay, yeah. So are you leaving the Leica by the same way you came in via that door?
Yep.
Yep, you are skulking your way back to the flat. Again, there's a lot of police still around, and a lot of them mainly are searching ducts, entryways and exit ways. I mean, you have to go past that lift again, so give me one more perception roll.
Sure. You really want me to see what's over there, don't you? We've got 17 plus 18.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Yeah, so again, not only are Absalom police investigating this, you can tell that some of the people there are carrying the signet of the Starfinder Society, and it's the Exo Guardians, who are essentially the emerging threats elimination squad.
Ooh, so it's like SWAT.
Their deal is protecting sort of the Pact worlds in general from any kind of internal or external threats to the safety and security of the place.
Super SWAT.
Super
They're
police.
like Turbo SWAT.
Turbo SWAT, okay.
Oh no. They're just a small army, aren't they, basically?
Sounds like specialists.
I mean, the Starfinder Society in itself could be considered as its own organisation with its own army, yeah.
Mm.
These two are both humans.
Okay.
All I'm seeing is Judge Dredd.
They're just chatting to the police who are establishing the cordon. One of them is taking photographs. The other human, who's sort of they're 5'9", black, straight hair, like neatly tied back behind their head. Just as they're talking, they just happen to just pause, and you're fairly far away. You can't hear what they're talking about, but they just suddenly turn to where you are, Ryder, and squint for a second. And you can see that they've done this.
Okay, yeah, Ryder's going to duck down.
Okay, yeah, so you're basically, the bottom of the lift's just branched out into several different corridors and buildings between them, so there's things to duck behind. Give me a stealth roll.
Sure. Okay, we've got 12 plus 22.
She says something to her colleague and then just holds up her hand, and she's starting to walk towards you.
She's walking towards the position that I was at, right? She can't actually see me because I'm hidden behind something.
She's squinting, like something just caught her eye for a second. But she's looking around, she's not focused, she's not locked on your location.
Okay, in which case I'm going to make sure I'm behind something and come out of stealth and put on my trash man disguise.
You're just going to don it behind the bin and then just be standing behind the bin. You're just going to look busy.
Yeah, essentially.
How are you selling this? You are the trash man.
I'm the trash man.
I'm the trash man. I eat trash.
Yeah, so just going to like come out as if I'd just thrown something into the bin and just like casually walk up as if I'm on my way home sort of thing.
Okay. We'll switch to disguise, and you're no longer at a debuff because you're not
Yes, this
stealthing
is
it in an
plain
invisible
sight
anymore.
stealth.
So yeah, give me a disguise roll.
Sure. Nat 20. Yes.
Oh,
Plus
that's a good
12.
time. Good time to have a nat 20. The plus 12 is incidental.
Yay.
Okay, you can get a better look at her now because she's getting close to you. She's wearing the badge of a Starfinder Society member. As she was approaching you, she had her hand to her hip, but she looks and then she looks again, and then she takes her hand away and she just squints at you for a second. She's like, and then walks straight past you, still scanning around.
Yeah. So yeah, Ryder's going to pay her sort of as little attention as possible. Maybe nod to her on the way past politely. Try and get a look at her face properly.
So it's a human woman, dark skinned. She has straightened, sort of short cropped hair that's been tied back into a short ponytail. She's not carrying a name to her tag or anything like that, but she does have the badge just tucked, like flipped open into a pocket.
Any badge number?
I'll need a special perception for that.
Sure, might as well. We've got... Oh, that's not great. 7 plus 18.
That's not great. 7 plus 18. 25, which would be... Yeah, for 25, it's 1003501.
Better make some note of that.
Yeah, that's all. She walked straight past you. She's still just like looking around. The body language of someone who's slightly confused, like she was walking up to something and suddenly, what? Where'd they go?
And yeah, Ryder's going to casually walk back towards the safe house. Maybe check her data pad as if she's wondering if she's going to be late for dinner, sort of thing.
Yeah, you're not bothered any further. You make it the rest way back to the house without incident.
I'm on, guys.
Oh, hello. I'm kind of standing there
Ignoring.
in like full armor with a
Just like a giant lamb bone or something. Just
Yeah, it's like carnivores.
Indeed. So what you in full armor? Bear armor?
yeah, I got my stuff.
So you're
Yeah.
a polar bear wearing armor. So you are Eric Burnison.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I probably won't. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't wear my armor. But you know,
I mean,
I'm
you
just gonna
can
try
be,
it
that's
on.
cool
Make
as
sure I'm
hell,
not.
but-
Make sure I'm not too fat anymore for it. Yeah, it fits still. But yeah, as far as that infiltration mission, it's probably not a good idea.
Right. Juniper has returned as well in the interim. She tosses a bag to. Actually, is Radar asleep? Did you say? Or
Yep, still snoring.
okay, she's gonna just leave it at the base of the sofa for you.
Ryder's going to chuck the suitcase on top of Radar.
Ah, fuck!
Got your kit, Radar.
Oh, thank you. How did it go?
Piece of cake. Got onto the ship. Wasn't seen for the most part.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Most part or totally?
I'm gonna start making you all roll for bluff against each other at this point.
No, you can tell she's bluffing. You know her
you got-
well enough.
So, you're here and you didn't get followed, but you did also get spotted, so what?
Juniper pokes her head in. Wait, you got spotted?
No, don't panic, Juniper. It's fine. There was some...
I'm not panicking. You're panicking.
Juniper.
Juniper, shush.
Shush. There was some Starfinder lady who thought she saw me, came over, but then I put on my trash man disguise, turned into this guy, walked straight past me, didn't have a clue. I got a badge number, if that means anything.
Fair enough.
It could be useful. I mean, the Starfinders index all their badge numbers as part of their public accountability. So,
Oh,
what was the number you got?
1003501.
Okay, she's inputting it into her datapad. Well, I'll run that. I'll see if we can get any information on who exactly in the Starfinders at least is looking out for you.
Right, well, I've had enough sneaking around for tonight. I'm going to go and get some kip.
Yep. Okay,
Well
so
done, Rudderbutt.
You're welcome.
before you all go to bed, ideally, I'm hoping you have a plan to get into Hightail. If you can just find any information or any details we can use about how they're letting Pale Moon into Carmageddon, that should be enough for us to go on.
Sure.
I am going to have to make myself scarce for a while, but contact me when you've got what you can, and I'll get a portal established to Carmageddon.
Have you got any sort of secure way we can talk to you? I don't think data pads are going to cut it anymore.
the difficulty with living on a place like this is the surveillance really is oppressive at times.
Well, I mean, Al, can you do like psychic stuff?
Only over about 30 feet or so, I say.
Ah, that's a shame.
How about this? If you want to meet back here before 2 days, I will keep tabs on this apartment remotely. As soon as you're here, I'll start making the preparations to get you all to Carmageddon.
2 days should be enough.
Well, hang on. What about our secure comm beads? If Alejandro, you said you can fabricate stuff. If you can fabricate another comm bead, we can give it to Juniper.
No, whatever I have will only last for a short time.
Yeah, I was going to say, fabricate tech is one of those things where you can create pretty much anything within reason, but
it crumbles.
It's very time limited, and it just disintegrates after a certain period of time.
Thank you, man with ladder.
GM.
But
It's not man with ladder, it's just explaining the rules.
Yes, I was hoping to have it explained to me in character.
But there's a possibility. I can use a standard comm unit and set up some kind of encryption on it, unless you've got knowledge of computers.
I could do some encryption.
Yeah, we can just use private encryption on a normal device. Maybe still only talk in, use a code phrase to say that we're going to meet up at this place.
Going for dinner.
Yeah.
Going for dinner is actually not a bad code word.
Yeah, I can work with that.
Oh, I was just hungry, but sure.
So,
Right.
are you making Juniper a comm then? Or encrypting a comm with her?
Well, she's already got a comm, I assume.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he's basically just going to calibrate all your comms
into
an encrypted channel.
Yeah.
So
Yes, synchronize your watches, gentlemen.
Humps
and
is
ladies.
doing it.
Humps
among you.
Radar
I
would
can do
like
it.
to do it with his
You
computer
can do it.
plus 19.
Yep, if you want to do it.
Would you like to assist?
Give me a roll.
If you are assisting, I need to know before I roll.
I can assist, yeah.
Thank you very much. That's plus 2.
Sorry.
And here we go. The roll is a 19 on the dice, plus 21. That's 40.
40 plus
Wow.
2, 42. Yeah, it takes you...
No, that was including the 2.
Oh,
sorry.
okay, yeah. Yeah, it takes you an hour or so, but you disassemble Juniper's comm, you solder a couple of extra chips into it, and recalibrate a couple of others, put it back together, and Juniper now has a comm that's encrypted to the same channel you guys use. And
There
it's
we go.
fairly secure.
So, Al, you're certain this won't turn into a pumpkin after midnight, right?
I made it.
Yes, I just helped out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Why would it turn into a pumpkin?
Magic stuff. I don't know how it works. I'm going to bed. Shut up.
I've seen worse happen.
Okay.
Okay.
When you're ready, you know the signal. Contact me, and I'll begin opening the portal. Until then, just try to keep the unsanctioned murder to a minimum. Really makes things difficult.
What sanction?
Minimal murder.
We saved your life, Juniper.
But you did kill somebody in the process. That got us into most trouble.
Yes, that's generally how it works with assassins.
An unfortunate consequence. Anyway, they were a mercenary.
Okay.
They knew the
Assassin's
risks.
Still alive, and don't do it in front of cameras. And then she just closes the door.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Ah, man.
And she opens the door, sticks her hand through, puts it with the finger, and then closes it again.
Right, it does the same to her once the door's closed.
Of course she's going to hear you. She's 1/3 ear.
Yeah, mostly ear.
Yeah, so you now have pretty much a night to rest and recuperate and come up with a
I
plan.
taught Rad to do that.
Well, open doors.
No, flip people off.
You did actually teach her to flip people off.
Yeah, you
and,
did.
I did.
The student has
Oh.
become the teacher, so it would seem.
They grow up so fast.
Right. We're going in the bathroom. I'm going to get the third eye in so it's got time to settle.
You don't have to use it. We do have the holographic projectors.
Your holographic projectors are good until somebody physically touches you and then the illusion's shattered. I'd rather take my chances with something physical.
Will you guys shut up? I'm trying to sleep.
Where are you even sleeping?
In a drawer. Somewhere.
What?
She's an officer, she can do that.
Still like 3 foot something. She's not that.
Look, Ryder's,
It's
what
a
is
big
Ryder's
draw.
cannon height?
Yeah. Think very carefully about how you answer.
Honestly, it's... I only use Baffy as a measuring pole.
she's
She's
like-
not here.
She's height fluid. Okay.
Yeah, she's not tiny.
Oh, she can curl up. So yeah, she's pulled out a drawer and she's just sat on top of the clothing and curled up.
Yeah, her legs are probably dangling off either end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, the night passes. It's slowly getting towards sunup. What are you doing?
Has Ryder
I'm gonna-
accidentally stained the couch black?
Give me a dex roll.
Do you
This is
get a
important to
debuff
me.
because you were asleep?
16 plus 4, 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. There's a little bit of browning to it, or blacking to it. It's not ruined, but she's going to have to clean that later.
Does it
I'm going
look
to take a
like
look at any information I can find about their head office and where it is, what's next to it,
Cool.
what's
Okay.
around it.
So
does it look like a coyote has just been raptured on the sofa? It's just like an outline.
It looks like the Shrouded Turin sort of thing.
Yeah.
Zuki, give me a computer roll.
So that's 28.
Yeah. So for 28, again, there's a central directory for Absalom Station, and there's all of the galaxy's internet. Hightail Fashion has a central office and combined showroom in the upper rich people district of Absalom Station.
Hmm. But what's next door to it? What things are around it?
It's in a retail district, so there are shops either side. The building itself, you start looking at it on Absalom maps. It's a slender tapering glass structure that sort of
Hmm.
it tapers inwards and then out again, almost like an hourglass shape up to a spike at the top, kind of like
Okay.
a tail. But
And what are the two businesses on either side of it? Because what I think is, my friends, is I can get into an adjoining building and bring us through into the main building through the wall.
it's a freestanding structure. So the buildings other side of it are also, there's a gap between them, and
Oh, even better. We don't have to go into the building. We can just go into there.
Yes, that sounds like a good shout.
That's still a semi-public area. We'll go with that as one option, but do me a favour and check if there's a service duct running underneath it.
I'm not sure I can get that.
That's
but yeah,
a bit
do I
more
find
of a
anything like that?
complex
Then
role.
hand me the thing.
But I did
will
get
see
a
if I
very
can
good
bring it-
roll. I did get a very good
Okay.
roll. So
Well, if you can't bring it up, let me have a try.
You know what? What was your total roll, sorry?
28.
28. Yeah, with 28, you remember that
You.
to build or demolish any structure on Absalom Station is a fairly tightly controlled affair. And to do it, you have to submit complete diagrams of what you're planning to build and how it's going to be connecting into existing utilities so they can calculate things like load and sort of how much water it's going to use, how much of the heating system it's going to take up and power and everything like that.
And air.
Those documents are stored on Absalom's planning portal, and it has a public-facing website so that people can raise objections about their neighbours wanting to build a 20-foot high shed in their garden or whatever. So, yes, you check out that portal, and an application was lodged for the original construction of the building. And within that, there are sort of design and access statement and some basic blueprints. They're not super in-depth. This is every building level and floor plan layout, things like that. But they're rough levels of sort of usage for different levels. And yeah, the building's tied into the central heating system for that level and the central power grid for that level and the water system for that level.
My shop is going to be a 40-foot high radial mirror that shines sunlight directly onto your bedroom pillow every morning.
No. Oh, no!
That would not receive planning permission.
No.
You think Absalom Police Force is bad, just wait until you meet their council.
Oh god, the Board of Planning permission.
Not in my backyard.
So, yeah, looks like there's more than one way into this place. We've got options.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, underground?
I mean, I prefer going in through the ducts. Just walking through walls, you're not sure what's going to be on the other side of it. If there's
Likewise.
a room full of guards, then we're buggered.
We've got equipment that will allow us to check things before we open them and stuff. We should be okay.
Okay. I'll let you guys take charge of this, as long as you don't kill anyone.
Well, there's going to be a team effort either way.
Which means we're all going to kill somebody.
Well, I'd prefer not to kill anyone else, Radar, if it's all the same to you.
Oh, okay. Only because you asked nicely.
The people that work for this corporation, well, they're probably not involved in this at all.
It's not just that, Radar. I don't like being branded as a tool, you know?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, the whole mercenary thing, the whole, unscrupulous killing machine thing. I don't like that image. I know it suits sometimes, but it's not a good look.
We're not. We're everymen. We do all sorts of things.
And women.
And these.
Every people. Sorry.
I prefer to operate without killing anyone that when I can avoid it. Self-defense is one thing, but
Sure, let's just not use. Let's use murder as a last resort next time, eh?
It's very rare for us to kill people, honestly. The last time we killed people was actually busting Juniper out of that facility.
but that was self-defense. It wasn't a cold-hearted bullet to the back of the head. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, it's something I want to avoid in the future. Anyway, shall we?
Shall we? What?
Shall we head out?
Oh,
Yes.
let me get ready.
What do you mean? You're not ready yet?
Radar's getting into his...
Still putting his makeup on.
Oh yeah, that's the point. give me a sec. Ryder goes and puts too much mascara on for her disguise.
There we go. Do we look exactly like we did on the Vescarium now?
Disguise rolls, the pair of you.
Oh, bollocks!
We have got
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
you first.
So, this has +2 to it.
Well, I got a 28 from my disguise roll.
Yeah, because you have plus.
I did
12.
get
Plus 12, yeah.
a
think you
dirty
get-
20.
Okay.
Didn't do too bad.
I mean, there's only so much you can do with third eye. You still look like a half cybernetic, half coyote creature, but you're now a black third, half cybernetic, half coyote creature.
Yeah.
And
Well, if you want to use the hollow skin as well, you can get rid of the cybernetic bits because they can disguise minor things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, passes the Oliskin.
Don't make it symmetrical, Radar, though. That'll look weird.
Oh, God, I'd have 2 eyes again.
Yeah, but don't make it look like exactly the other side of your face, because, Uncanny Valley.
Well, I mean, that's mostly going to be the hollow. Just give it here. Let me see what I can do. Beep, 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 beep.
yeah, see the holoskins. I don't know if they need additional rolls. So what I'll say is they give you an additional buff.
It just means that you can change. You can actually change you can disguise major features without increasing the DC of the check. Basically,
Ah.
that's what it says.
So the check was 20.
Yeah.
So there we go. Not a cyborg anymore for now.
Yeah. I mean, how do they look when they activate? Do they just like pop and you've got an entire radar, or?
I get so it's only covering the bits that are cybernetic. So if you're looking at it, it'll be cybernetic, and then there'll be like a Vaseline smudge around the edge, and then it just becomes like normal fur.
Yeah.
So it goes whoop, and then you have 100% organic radar.
So yeah, Ryder's like checking him out, like walking around him in circles, like. So this is how you would have looked when you were younger, then.
Probably without the black fur, yes.
Cool. Does he have like any sort of old photos of himself in his room?
No, fuck no. He only had what was in the escape pod with him.
Yeah.
Remember?
I was gonna say any old photos of him are lost to time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so you have the basics of a planet. Sounds like.
So on the plans that we've got, can I determine where the entrance to these tunnels are that then go underneath the thing?
Is it the air channels you're interested in? The ventilation.
That's probably the better
HVAC?
one, isn't it? Yeah.
The
Yeah.
largest
Do
capacity.
the full
one, so we don't
Bruce
have to
Willis.
crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryder can hold her breath, but she'd rather not crawl through a tunnel full of water.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Zuki, how large are you again? How large is Al?
I'm large.
Yeah, because
Big.
Oh, no.
what you can gather
Yeah.
from it is Ryder can probably get into the air vents. Radar maybe at a struggle. He's a bit long for that sort of thing, but he's very
Mhm.
slender. Al, you would not fit in the air vents. You can tell.
All right.
Okay.
So how about this? I go in first and survey a room on the opposite side of a wall that you guys want to get into, just to make sure it's not full of guards, drone turrets, that sort of shit. And then if it's empty, I come back, give you the thumbs up, and you magic your way through the wall with radar.
Just remember the buildings are air gapped from each other, so they're all freestanding structures.
Sure, but
Yeah,
there'll
yeah.
be a gap that you can get into and wait for Ryder to do her thing.
No, as in, if you imagine two buildings in London.
Yeah, there's a corridor between them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
That's what I mean by air gap. Sorry.
Is the air duct the broadest service access? Is that
It
the
is.
thickest pipe?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they weren't building it with a sending bears through it in mind. So
Sending bears through walls.
Send it the cleaning bear.
Well, there might be some sort of service access that you two can get through on the other side of the wall as well. I'll have a look around and see what there is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can shut down any external security systems potentially,
I mean, yeah, that's good.
and then we can just get up close to it and find an area. Yeah, find the place where you are.
Yeah, do you want to do it like that? Tag team it.
Yeah, it could work.
sounds like you have even more of a plan now.
Yes, a more robust plan.
Solid. What is it? 12% of a plan.
Yes.
Well, once we get inside, what are we going to do? I guess you should case it out, mate. Just see how many guards there are, and try and find if there's a computer system once we get in.
Yeah, well, once we're in, Al and myself can go on guard. Radar, you're going to have to do some hacking.
Yep, I can do that. That's easy.
Okay.
I can also try and do some hacking too remotely.
Oh, yeah, sure. The more the better, honestly.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, once we've got what we need, we just get out the way we came in.
I should be able to hack it a bit easier by myself. I've got things that prevent me setting off security systems.
How much power do you need for your spell, Al?
I'm fine on that.
Meta, how many spell slots do you have left?
I'm fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to, in the words of Mr. Incredible, run out of ice. So yeah, should we head out?
Yeah,
Got everything you need? Let's go.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
As I say, at this time you're into the next day now. It's like mid-morning.
Oh, and we're fully rested, yeah?
You've all had a full rest. Radar is now back to Dark Radar, but this time, unlike the original Edward Voss, he doesn't have any cyborg parts to the undiscerning eye.
Yay.
And Ryder is back to Camilla de la Fontaine.
Yes.
So yeah, as you head outside, the celestial body to which Absalom Station orbits is rising above the towers and buildings. Again, from mid-tier, you can see that and you won't need to roll for this, that lift that collapsed to the bottom, it's gone. The entire area has been cleared away, and the police cordon around it has been removed.
I imagine they've got to get it back in working order. People use it to get to their jobs.
It looks like
Very rapid.
It looks like the area has been prepared for maintenance staff to come in at a later point and start rebuilding the entire thing.
How is the police presence in general now? Has it died down a little bit?
It's still fairly high alert. Again, you can still see that there are police patrols on the streets. They're not doing so much search anymore. It's more as a public reassurance exercise at this point, it looks like. They're not sort of checking into bins and shining torches down vents and scanning areas with drones and all that anymore. It's more they're just, I don't want to say milling around, it sounds bad, but
They're on patrol.
They're being visible, is what they're doing.
Ah, yes, armed police walking around. I feel safer already.
Well, I mean, some madman's going around shooting people in broad daylight, so
Who could that be?
The citizens need reassurance, and in fact, to that effect, you can.
I imagine you just turned into the mayor of Absalom Station for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, so because Absalom Station's big, there's advertising billboards around, and some of them have been taken over to display that same message that you saw on your that Ryder saw on the Leica's display earlier about the station being in lockdown.
Oh, yeah. Guys, one more thing. Leica's grounded.
No, it's not surprising.
Okay, well, yeah, they did shut the big doors, so...
Yeah, they shut the big doors, and she's going to be stuck here for a while, so...
But they have not traced you to the Leica.
No.
That's good.
At least not to my knowledge, but if we need to portal out of here in a hurry, I may need to leave the ship behind and come back for her later.
We would have to have done that anyway, yes.
Yeah. I don't relish explaining that to V, is all.
Yes, but what else would we have done? If we were to leave via a portal, we would have been elsewhere anyway. But yes, just make sure you pay your docking fees.
Docking fees?
It's right. Docking fees are waived for the moment on account of the extraordinary circumstances.
Ryder would rather start an international incident than pay docking fees.
Yeah, again, some of the billboards are displaying that same message. There's also a statement from the mayor of Absolom Station about how this is a shocking event which is being thoroughly investigated at present, and she wants to offer reassurance to the citizens and standard, like, keep calm and carry on kind of deal.
Wow, I actually feel kind of bad for this person, Radar.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, this stuff happens like every hour on Outpost Z, but it seems to have really affected people here.
Well, I mean, how would it have affected if Juniper had been dead, or you had been dead?
Probably wouldn't have made the news, but still.
If Juniper or Al had been shot in the back of the head in the public place, it would have been exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, we had a very good hand that we threw away with the son of the CEO in our clutches.
Did you
with,
know he was the son?
Charges over them. Well, we would have found out at some point.
Would we?
It is a shame.
I guess he wasn't talking, and his voice is very annoying.
It's true, but we had evidence that he had attacked the station. Even if he had got away, we could have blackmailed them. But it's too late now. Too late now.
No, he'd have probably just got his rather high up and influential dad to bail him out with no consequences.
Yeah, that's kind of how billionaires work.
Yeah.
Bail him out by giving us what we need. Yeah. But yes, too late now.
No, they'd have just sent more assassins.
Yeah, I don't think you realise quite how unscrupulous people with money can be, Al.
Yeah, that's how we met you.
Well, I do. We also know that the law on Absalom is actually effective and actually takes things seriously. The Starfinder Society, as unpleasant as it is not corrupt.
Good. I like uncorrupt police forces.
Yeah, very nice.
Too bad I haven't met one yet.
Except when they're trying to track us down.
Yeah. An uncorrupt police
yes.
force, novel.
Mm-hmm. You're having this deep philosophical discussion about the merits.
As we're walking, yeah.
Yeah, as we're walking.
Hostage murder. Yeah, so after a period of walking, again, there's police patrols around, but at this time of the day, it's fairly busy now. People are heading to work, like life's continuing. So I won't make you roll to dodge any police patrols in this crowd.
Yeah, and also they're not looking for us.
And they're not specifically looking for you in those disguises. So you get to Hightail Fashion, their main offices. The lower levels, the lower two levels, look like they're a showroom and sort of retail area. Beyond that, the building extends upwards into a tapered point at the upper echelons. It's a good 20 stories tall, this building. So Zuki, you were the one that looked at the ducting plans. So you'd know that to access the air duct, the best place to do it would be from a manhole that's between Hightail and another building. Mm-hmm. The building,
okay.
Hightail itself, as the statement from the CEO said, it is closed. So you can see some lights are on the upper levels, but the shop part is locked down and not open.
Okay.
All right, this is the place. So, where do you want to get in, guys? Al?
Well, there is an entrance to the ducting over here. You can get in that way. Then try and show us a good place to enter via magic.
Right, so.
Is there a back door?
There are several doors by the look of it. Because I'll bring the plans up. I guess there are main doors.
Probably going to be locked and guarded, Ryder.
You can walk all the way around the building.
Yeah, Radar does this.
Yep. The rest of them going with you, or?
I don't know.
No.
Probably
Okay.
not, no.
I'm going to stay where I am. I'm actually going to try and hack into some of the external cameras and see if they're connected to the internal cameras.
Okay. Radar, give me a cursory perception roll. Al, give me a computer's roll.
Do the jingle.
Yes, for perception.
Yeah.
It's good because it makes me roll well. That was a 15 on the dice, plus 19.
Yep. So, Radar, you walk around. I mean, it takes you a good 5 or so minutes. It's a fairly large building. From your surveillance, the front of the building is directly onto the street. It's the outlet area, but the shutters are all down at the front doors, and all the lights within the shop section are open. As you walk around, the back of the building is like a compound almost. It's single-story high walls and a gate that leads out to a back road that leads to a back alley between all the buildings that it's surrounded by. That gate is closed and there are sort of cameras surrounding the entire building. But it looks like the other side of that gate is leading into an open-air compound, and then from that you can't tell what access to the building itself is like because the gates are closed, but
Is it safe to assume it's probably a loading dock?
it would be a safe bet to assume that, yeah.
Okay. And yeah, they'll arrive back at the thing, be like, right, yeah, there's a compound out the back with a loading dock in it.
So I was looking at the cameras. Can I hack into them and try and find out if there's what activities like inside and outside?
You can gain rudimentary access to the cameras. It's limited to, you could potentially move some of them, or you could deactivate or activate some of them. You can't access the feed itself, unfortunately.
Okay, so I can't get into the actual images that are being projected.
You can't get into the images, but you can. You've gained access to the base system that controls the motor functions of these cameras for at least.
Okay, so we could have them look away from us as we enter, depending on which entrance we want to try and get into.
Yeah. Give me an int roll. Just a straight intelligence roll.
Yeah, so that would be 15.
15 total?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, some of the upper lights in the building are on. There's probably people in there.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah. And radar as well. You looked at the plans that Zuki brought up to show the air duct, didn't you?
Yes.
So on your walk around the building, when you were sort of turning the third corner to walk along the side of the building between it and the next building along, you spot the manhole cover that Al identified as the best entry point into the duct network for the building.
Copy. Okay, I found the manhole cover.
Oh, yeah?
Ryder. So, yeah. Round the corner, you'll see it. It's blatant.
I can move the cameras away from us when we make the approach as well.
Yeah, please. Yeah, just make him have a little malfunction.
Can we work out what's on the roof? If we get in via the roof, that's probably one of the better ways to do it, right?
Probably not.
The roof is very high up. This is a 20 or so story building, and it tapers to a fine point. So the it's not like pointed, but the platform at the top is some kind of observation deck, and it's not very big.
Yeah. Also, if you're doing rooftop stuff, you're actually really fucking obvious. Especially if this isn't the tallest building around.
And trapped, because gravity is not your friend.
It is a terrible plan. We want to go in from underneath. We have a plan. Let's stick to it.
Yeah. Besides, we're going to be going up there anyway. I think that's where their top offices are.
Yeah, we'll work our way up there.
Well, that's what I mean. We start at the top and we can go down. But yes, as you wish.
We start at the bottom and go up. No one can get past us then.
Yeah.
Well, but we'll have to meet everybody going up.
Not if we avoid them.
Those people also might have the intel we're after.
And we'll find a way.
Yeah. We might find another computer on the way up there that has the intel. It's fine. We'll get in there first and assess the situation from there.
Yeah.
So, see you guys in a bit. I'll be on the personal comms, yeah? Al, do your thing with the cameras.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so where is everyone going? So if you imagine the building has four corners and the front of the building faces into a street it's relatively busy. People aren't paying you much attention because you just look like three people that are murderers standing around outside a hotel.
Are there any cafes around we can go and sit at and just have a cup of coffee while we wait? And still within range of the building? Or even just a street vendor?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're in an office district, so yeah, there's coffee shops all over the place. People like coffee, especially office workers.
So go grab a coffee, be within range of my remote interface, and just do it that way.
Yeah, I will say for those purposes, if you were to go to a nearby coffee shop, there's probably one that's like just nearby enough that you can see the building from it, and you're within range for your remote hack abilities. So, for the moment though, you've turned the cameras away. There's still people walking back and forth, but nobody's really paying you guys any attention. So how do you want to get under that manhole, Ryder?
So yeah, Ryder's going to pull out her data pad. She's going to do the thing where she's like pretending that she's having a conversation on it. She's going to do the irate business Karen thing.
So what, are you yelling into it or just talking?
Just talking.
Okay.
The file is in the folder. I don't know what else to tell you. Just look for it. Well, is it on your desktop then? Did you check? I don't want to have to come to the office and show it to you. I've done this before. And yeah, she's just going to like keep walking down the side of the building towards the manhole cover.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real role for it. Nobody's specifically looking for you that you can tell. So, yeah, you're down the side. The alleyway, because it just circles around the buildings and it goes to like areas where they do loading bays and like maintenance and stuff like that, it's not that busy, or you're pretty much the only person in there. And you can see that the cameras for that part of the building at the ground level are both pointing away, thanks to Al.
Cool. So yeah, she's going to reach the manhole cover, do one final check to make sure it's not locked or alarmed or anything.
That it's just a standard manhole cover. The stuff like this isn't designed to repel infiltration in specifically is officers.
Some manhole covers are alarmed, but yeah, she'll pry it off and hop inside.
Give me a strength roll to
for lifting a manhole cover.
it's still a cast iron manhole cover.
Fair
Actually, I
enough.
mean, this is the future. They're probably making them out of something better than cast iron. It's
Probably.
plastic.
Impact plastic manhole cover.
Yeah,
Impact
it's
plastic.
plastic and it's textured plastic to stop killing
Alright.
motorcyclists.
Well, I got a 14 from the strength roll.
Yeah, you have to struggle a bit. You sort of have to strain to get your little otter paws under the grate. You're heaving it up. This thing hasn't been opened for a while, so it creaks upwards on its hinges. But I mean, you're down an alley and nobody's like really looking. So I'll roll a cursory perception for the locals. Ugh. Yeah, no one sees you. That was a 9 on the dice, by the way.
Nope.
So I'm guessing Al and Radar have gone to a coffee shop across the way, and you're just ordering.
I'm just staying on comms. I'll move the cameras back once you're inside, just so it doesn't look dodgy.
Yeah.
And Ryder. The service ducts on this station are provided with basic lighting to aid the maintenance staff, but it's just like small LED dots every like couple of meters down this channel. If you imagine you open it and it's just like a channel like with a walkway in it that maybe you can fit in it and maybe a tall human could hunch down to fit into it, but they'd have to crawl.
Yes.
And Al would not fit in it. And down one side, there's just huge fibre optic cables that are connected to the walls, like huge bundles of them. There's piping that you can hear the gurgling of water running through it. Then to the other side, there's this large aluminium boxed duct. And from your observations, you could probably surmise that that's the air duct. And there are entry points into it. You'd have to remove an access hatch panel like a grate, but that would be the best way to get into it.
Right. Are there any signs of life down here? Are there any people like talking, moving about?
P is
Service
for
workers. P is for pineapple.
P is
We've
for
got.
pineapple.
Make a pineapple roll.
I said that and I rolled a 1.
You neither hear nor see anyone. Seems like-
Is it? It's just too. Is it like super
Do we have any
loud
plot
down
points
here? Is it like really loud humming?
Yeah, I mean it's like a service plant room. So there's the loud like blasting noise of like induction fans pushing air through the air channels. There's the rushing water in the water channels, the quiet electrical hum of the energy supply, and the fibre optic cables are notably silent.
Of course. Okay, so yeah, she like covers her ears for a second, just like, bloody hell, and quickly starts trying to unbuckle one of the hatches to get into the air duct.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, from your perspective, Al and Radar, you can see that the manhole cover is back into position.
Mm-hmm.
Good. The tube is in the sock.
I'll release the cameras. Yeah.
Yeah, they just stay in the positions you left them at. Nobody seems to be actively.
Well, I'm going to move them back so that if somebody comes back and goes, "Why isn't that where it was?"
Okay, got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryder, you're in air duct. Al and Radar, a waitress approaches you. They are a bantrid.
Awesome.
And they've got a notebook like in a holster to their side, and like, can I take your order?
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Can I get a... Oh, just a water for now, please.
Yep, that's water for you, and for the pillar.
Milk chai tea.
Milk chai tea. Okay,
Fancy.
there's a 5 or 6 minute wait on that at the moment. We're just getting our kettle up and running again. Is that alright?
Oh, in that case, just water.
Just Alright, no problem. I'll be back with the drinks in a moment. Thank you very much. And yeah, you're back on your own again. Couldn't wait 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, we may have to leave. You know, Ryder is fast.
Okay, back to Ryder. You're in an air duct. It's long and it extends in either direction, almost as far as you can see, but there are branches offwards and upwards.
Okay, so yeah, she's going to scuttle down towards the direction of the Hightail office and check out of the grating to see when she is inside the main structure.
Yep, so you follow... I mean, did you take a look at the diagrams that Al pulled up?
Yeah, she would have done.
Okay, right. So, I mean, are you looking at them, or are you just doing it from memory?
Would Al have sent like a version to her datapad or anything? Probably, right?
I mean, you have comms, you can still do it.
Yeah, so she'll try and get hold of Alejandro and Radar, just like, guys, I'm in.
Excellent. Good.
Just entered the air duct system. Where do I go from here?
Do you not have a schematic?
Yeah, so Al has base schematics for at least part of the building. They're not super detailed, like this is what each room is, but they're just a very broad overview. It looks like
we just need like a place that they can magic in through the wall, right?
Yeah, that's right. But ideally, find an empty office.
Yeah.
So I'll try and guide you to the actual air ducts themselves, where you can actually see inside the offices. Let's try and go with that route, since you're pretty small.
At the vertical level that Ryder's at, if she were to wander around for a while, she could probably make her way to the basement. Because if you imagine, she's gone down into a duct. If she was to run towards Hightail's building, the grates that she encounters would probably be leading into there.
Okay. Well, let's try that then.
Yeah, so I'll go into the basement and then go up a few levels until we're at street level.
Yep, so Ryder, Al directs you through the maze of ductwork until, you find another HVAC grate that you can peer out of, and through that grate you can see that it's a large storage warehouse kind of deal. There's a forklift truck parked up. There's racks and racks of folded clothing and hung clothing and raw fabric, like dyes, paints, binders. It's like a part factory and manufacturing plant, part warehouse, fashion building.
Just full of clothes.
Full of clothes.
Oh man, wouldn't be able to get Baffy out of here. But that's on the basement floor, right?
So the ductwork that you're in, unless you want to try and climb up some of the ducts, all the ones on the level that you're at will lead into this basement.
Should we really try and climb up a level, like do some acrobatic stuff and try and climb up one of the air ducts?
Yeah. So as you're navigating these vents, you can see that some of them lead to vertical ones, and for free, you could probably work out that those vertical ones mean you're going to be inside the footprint of the building.
That's where we want to be. So yeah, she'll try and sticky feet her way up the side of the vent leading upwards into the main floor of the building.
Yeah. Athletics.
Athletics, okay.
Yeah.
That's quite an athletic thing. Okay, we've got 7 plus 19.
Yeah, I mean, are you trying to do it quietly, or are you just...
Yeah, as quietly as possible.
Yep, so there'll be a stealth roll on top of that.
Sure. Okay, we've got 10 plus 22. 32.
Okay, yep. So yeah, you're delicately sort of pressing your feet down. You're making an effort to not just be like clang, clang, clang through this vent, because you know that sound will reverberate all through the building. So you're putting effort into keeping your noise to a minimum as you feet your way upwards. Yeah, you progress upwards, 1, maybe 2 floors it feels like, and yeah, you have the option to go out onto the flat plane again, and yeah, this time the grates seem like some of them there's no light at all coming from them. As you're wandering around, other ones have like light streaming through the bars of the duct.
I think darkness is going to be our friends if we're breaking into a building, so she'll have a look at the darker ones first.
So yeah, you pick one at random. It's a dark room. Are you going to enter?
We're just going to peer inside first. She's got dark vision naturally, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll have to remove the grate to get a proper look into whatever the room is.
Okay, so yeah, very quietly push the vent back.
Yeah, as you do, an automated light comes on. You're in a bathroom.
Right, guys, I'm on the main flooring. I'm in some kind of bathroom.
Okay, that sounds like as good a place as any.
Is it quiet?
It's pretty quiet. Yeah, is it facing the outside wall?
And no cameras?
Ryder
Not
checks
usually
for-
in bathrooms.
Ryder
The
checks for
bathroom does
cameras.
not have cameras.
Good.
Yeah.
So these
On account
hightail
of what the fuck?
these hightail people.
Well, it
are
depends what
perverts then.
corporation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that reminds me of the Microsoft Azure, was it toilet metrics?
Yeah, or the
I'll
fucking
explain that later.
or the fucking
It's so-
Amazon warehouse.
Oh
Oh
God.
god.
Yeah. Luckily, this place
All
this
right.
is not. So
So, judging by the signal that I've got, can I get kind of an idea of where Ryder is from me, like how far away, and also
You could put a decent guess to it.
Okay.
Give me
because
a...
we just need to get within. So we need to get within. What is it? Oh, wow. Okay, so within 800 feet.
oh
And then
wow,
I can teleport there.
That's quite a distance.
that's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, give me a base either computers or engineering roll, depending on how you want to do it. If you want to do computers, you'll be able to ping and get a rough idea of where she is. If you want to do engineering, you can do calculations.
Yeah, I'm better at computers. So that's 27.
Yeah. You've chosen
On
science
computers.
over math. And for 27, Al, you figure from the ping on Ryder's location from her comm against the location on your datapad, if you were to go to the alley where she'd snuck in and you were to push yourself right up against the wall, you figure that would bring you within 800 feet, which for our European viewers is 250 meters, or a quarter of a kilometer.
Yeah.
Can you send me a picture of the place that you're looking at? That'll help.
Yeah, sure. Ryder's got like a little spy camera thing, so yeah, she'll take a snap with her datapad.
So I need to be able to visualize the area.
Are you sending it to
All
Alan and Radar?
Yes, you are both sent pictures of a toilet.
Yeah, it's a fairly clean-looking executive bathroom.
Does it have urinals? Oh, I see. So it's like an actual single toilet.
It doesn't have urinals. It's individual stalls.
Okay. So it
You
could
may-
be a ladies.
You may be in the ladies,
Yeah.
Or it could be non-gendered bathrooms. We just don't know.
or it could be non-gender bathrooms. You just don't know.
All right. We will head over there. I will turn the cameras away again and get to the appropriate spot.
Right, let's shuffle.
I'll probably take a new computers role since you disconnected from the network to go back into playing with the schematics. So a new
Okay.
computers role to override the cameras again.
I've got a better one this time.
Yay.
So that's 34.
34. Yep. This time you can select one camera from the entire network, and you reckon you could probably isolate the feed from that camera and see where it is.
Ooh.
Okay. Does that include ones internally as well?
It includes ones internally, but the difficulty is if you pick an internal one, it's just a list of cameras like cam B01, cam B02. It's like cam B01 to 10, cam L1 to L10, cam L2 to L10, things like that. So
Okay.
you could probably take a guess that the L means level and the number is the number for a camera, but you'd have to be taking a guess at what each camera is pointing at unless you're looking at the ones on the outside of the building.
Okay. I'll keep that in my pocket. I'll just save that off.
Yeah, you can leave your thing like with that list open, and you can select one
Mhm.
at a later point. You can carry that roll forward. But
I mean, I have quite a decent computer. I think it's like a level 3 or 4.
yeah, and you have radar with you as well.
Hello.
Well, I can share my interface to the cameras with you if you want to use that as well at some point.
You can do, but only one of you will be able to select a cam. So if radar selects a cam to view based on the access you've set up, it means that you won't be able to choose a later one.
That's fair enough.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. But between you can choose a camera at some point.
Yeah, well, let's get to the place and our dimension door up there then.
Yeah, you're basically rolling to avoid portaling halfway into a
But
toilet.
basically, all it is if I arrive in a place that's already occupied by a solid body, I appear within 100 feet if there's a free space for us to be contained in. I assume this is a big bathroom then, right? It's big enough for us to
Yeah, there's
to be
like
in.
there's like 10 stalls, two rows of 5 stalls, and then further along there's like sinks and hand dryers, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty
We'll
executive.
take 1d6 damage if there is something there when we get shunted. But yeah. Ideally, we've got a picture of it. No one's going to walk into the bathroom. We will appear in a free space that I've seen in the picture.
For portaling into somewhere that you haven't personally seen, you're under fairly decent circumstances to do it with the pictures that Ryder sent you of what you're aiming for.
And the ping location as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yeah.
It's up to you, though, if you want to do any...
I was going to say, for a bathroom, an empty bathroom in particular, I'm not going to make it difficult for you. So, yeah, I mean, you don't roll for it, do you? You just do it.
Yep, unless there's someone's resisting, then yeah, it just works.
Nice. It's a cantrip.
Sadly not, no, it's one of my few 4th level spells.
Yeah, Radar, you're not resisting this, eye.
No.
Oh, before you go, the Bantrid comes back. She's got 2 waters and a bill.
Thank you very much, says Radar, and drinks it.
Yeah, I'll have a drink.
2.5 credits.
Yeah, Radar gives her 2 physical credits.
And a half?
Oh, sorry, and breaks one.
You get half a credit.
It's digital
It's gone back,
Break
currency.
it in half.
Just
Yes.
pay the fucking waiter.
There we go. I didn't want to leave a trail.
Tipper. Wait, I mean, says a man with a ladder walking past.
3.
Timber.
Yeah, three credits.
point.
Yeah, she's
3
happy.
credits.
She's like, thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely day. And yeah, she wheels off. You've got you got 2 bottles of water as
Nice. We'll take those.
well. But yeah, sorry. Back to
Radar pockets.
the thing at hand. Yeah, so you go over to that area against the building. It's again, it's down an alleyway, so there's not people really paying you much mind. You just look like 2 people that are just in an alleyway, just waiting for something. I mean, Radar, you're the best at this sort of thing, or Al. Yeah.
Yep.
He is for that thing I said.
Perception. Well, that's a 2 on the dice, plus 19, 21.
Yeah, you do a cursory scan, and I mean, some people have glanced at you, but they're not looking at you, if you get what I mean.
No one invisible around
I
anywhere.
got 26, yeah.
Okay, you can see invisible people, and no.
Right.
So yeah, there's nobody hiding, following you, anything like that.
Okay,
Excellent.
pop up there.
Here we go.
You have dimension stored into a toilet. Con rolls.
Should be used to it by now.
You never get used
Yeah,
to it.
Radar, you should be used to it by now. I mean,
Yeah, I should totally be fucking used to
if
this.
you
by
con
now.
roll high enough, then you are used to it by now.
Well done.
16.
Con roll D20, isn't it?
16 for Al.
16 as well for Radar.
Okay, yeah.
On the dice. Let me get... hang on, I closed to Festus without fucking thinking because I'm an idiot. Give me a second.
No, it's okay. You're
Plus 3, sorry, 19.
On the bright side, if you fail your con roll, you're in the right place.
Yeah, you both you feel a bit like it's still not a very pleasant feeling to Dimension Door somewhere because you're essentially ripping yourself apart and reassembling yourself in a different location. But you feel a bit like, oh, I hate that feeling. But you both keep your lunch, or you both keep your bottled water.
Ugh, I hate
Oh,
magic.
hey guys.
Ugh. Hello, Ryder. Why? What is it with us and espionage and toilets?
I don't know. It just seems to keep cropping up. It's a good place to sneak in. It's privacy, you know. Anyway, we're in. Let's check the door. Ryder's going to get out of the air vent and scuttle over to the door to the bathroom. Is there any sound of movement outside? We've got 11 plus 18.
11 plus 18.
11.
Yeah, with your earballs, you're listening through a door.
Sorry.
But
Really?
it does.
Airballs is what ticks you off?
Yes, it does.
You don't hear movement.
Okay,
From the sound of it, you don't hear anything.
she's going to very slowly peer behind the door, just open it slightly, open it a crack and have a look around.
It's offices. It's you're in the corporate sphere now,
Okay.
and yeah, they seem to be closed. You don't see. The lights are off for in the corridor that you're looking down. It's basically corridors and then open plan office desks.
Doesn't seem to be anyone about. Be careful, guys, though. The lights came on when I opened the hatch in here, so there's probably going to be proximity lighting out there as well. It's an office.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
The other thing...
There's going to be security still around. There are lights on upstairs, so we know there's people in the building.
Yeah. The other thing of note is that this general office area doesn't appear to have cameras.
That's good.
It's just office space, and it's internal office space.
So, what do you need?
We're probably not going to be able to access any of the computer stuff we need from down here. We need to go up into the executive ones a little higher.
Well, this is an executive bathroom. Okay. We might be on the right level now. Let's see what some of the doors say around here.
I mean, is everyone else going outside the toilet at this point?
Yeah.
I think so,
yeah. Outside of the toilet, there are lifts, and the lifts are indicating that you're on floor 1 of 20.
I don't think this is an executive bathroom.
I mean,
I described it as an executive bathroom, but what I meant is a fancy bathroom.
Yeah, I think this is just scrub class bathroom. We need to go higher.
Well, it's not that bad. It's got marble.
Elevators or stairs?
Oh, stairs, definitely. I'm not getting another fucking elevator. I don't trust them.
Yeah. As you head out into the corridor as well, the lighting's all remotely triggered. So by proximity, the lights are turning on, but they're turning on in areas where you're moving. So it doesn't light up the whole floor.
Can I try and suppress that by connecting to the lights and just
remote hacking?
Yeah, telling them not to switch on.
Just turn the proximity sensors off.
Yeah.
Hell, I could do that across the entire building, I reckon. GM, I'd like to try that.
You want to disable all proximity sensors
across the
entire building?
That might cause a bit of consternation if people are in the building.
A little bit.
So, yeah, let's just do it locally.
You could do it, but if you were to do it across the whole building, and you'd know this is a free action, if someone was monitoring the security system, they'd notice.
Okay, let me scale that back then. Could I just do it in the corridors that we are moving up, and just one roll and just take that as the average?
Yeah, what I'll do is you'll have to roll per floor, but when you're on a floor, just do one roll for me, and that's the entire floor. I'll say that you basically override the proximity sensors for that floor, and as you leave each floor, you're releasing them, so the system doesn't record that it's been turned off.
Yes.
So, computers roll.
Computers! That's a 12 on the dice, and Hephaestus says my computer score is plus 19, so that's 31.
31? Yeah, 31's... That's fine. I mean, this office is just office space, so it's not running on, like, the most secure security system you could possibly have. It's not academic to break into, so yeah, you bypass the system for this floor, and you have complete control over the proximity sensors, and you just turn them off.
Boop. There we go.
Yeah, all the lights go off as if no one was there.
Right, I should be able to control the light situation. Now, Ryder, if you want to lead us to where we need to go.
Ryder. Right then, let's have a look for a stairwell.
Where do you need to go?
Stairwell.
Yeah, you can see the lifts in the stairwell. They're both next to each other, and they're at the other end of the office. So.
Yeah, keep an eye out for cameras, guys, and let's make a move. We probably should come up with a cover story if we do get sussed out.
Oh yeah, what's the cover story going to be?
We're lost.
High-level clothes shopping?
I don't think we have any good excuses.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Try harder.
Oh, don't be so defeatist.
Could just knock them out.
I guess.
It's not killing them.
What if their skulls made of, like, solid bone?
I mean, most people's skulls are made of bone.
What if their skulls are made of solid rock?
People's skulls are bone.
Except for Sharon and Bantarids and technically any android or SRO.
Hashtag or most skulls.
Ghosts and...
Yeah. If somebody does see us, I have a way of at least covering ourselves up temporarily.
Okay.
With an illusion.
Well, sometimes the best form of stealth is to just hide in plain sight. I was hoping to come up with a story, but if that won't work, then I guess magic's always an option.
Or we could just not encounter.
Well, the other option is we could change ourselves to look like the security guards here.
Do you know what those guys look like?
What do the security guards here look like?
Well, I don't think it's that difficult.
I mean...
Sorry.
Well, I mean, these people have websites. They're going to have pictures of what their security might look like, what their uniforms are.
Someone give me an int. Just a straight intelligence.
Should we all do it, or just one person?
Either way.
I've rolled pretty well.
23.
22. Okay.
What was your roll, Ty?
18.
Yeah, I mean, you and Al just happened to be like looking over the desk. You noticed that these desks all belong to individual workers, and some of them have photos, like personal photos, just on their desk of their family and things like that, and them. It looks like most of them, unsurprisingly, are Vlaka. Some of them are other species. So it wouldn't be too far beyond the realm of possibility for an uplifted bear, a Yosaki, and well, Radar's got the best chance of blending in. He just looks like a canid, and
Yes.
to someone that
Yeah,
isn't.
but he doesn't smell like one.
Well, don't get within sniffing range then.
I think they can smell further than they can see.
I mean, some of them literally can. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only the ones that are specially gifted that can do that, right? Not all of them.
Yeah. So it's a very particular trait, and it's
good for security.
Generally, smell and hearing are elevated among Vlaka that can't see, and smell and sight are elevated among Vlaka that can't hear. There are some Vlaka as well who can see and hear, and who also have the gift of really good smell. They are very rare.
Thank you, man with ladder.
Well, let's just keep going. Let's hope we don't meet anyone. We don't really have good disguises anyway. But yeah. I can't change my species with my disguised self for a start. So
Likewise.
I mean, I can.
Yeah, you walk across the office. It remains dark. It's empty. Yeah, but you're in the stairwell. From what Al gathered, the majority of these floors are just office space for the operation of like hightail fashion. So where are you going?
Top floor.
Top floor. Floor 20.
Yeah, top floor. Where the lights are,
executive offices.
He's going to be in there, isn't he? I can see it.
As you're going up, can someone who's feeling brave roll me a D100?
I've done it. You do it.
Sure. Okay, I'm doing it. 14.
Yeah. So as you're going up the stairwell, you hear the clunk of the motion activated lights activating closer to the top of the stairwell you're in.
Radar's going to tap Ryder and Al without saying anything and just point upwards.
Yeah.
And you can hear the echoing of footsteps.
Ryder's going to go invisible, and well, before that, she's going to tell the guys to go back down the stairs and hide in an alcove.
No, Radar's just going to literally get off at this level and drag these two with him.
At this point, you're at level 6 or 7.
Yeah, we'll go into level whatever we're on and deactivating the sensors as we go.
I'll have a cursory stealth roll because it's an echoey corridor.
Yeah.
And that's all three of you.
Yay! Stealth!
Not a corridor, an echoey stairwell.
Still 18 total.
That'll be 13.
27.
18, 13, 27. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so...
Somebody who spotted the giant white bear.
Yeah, as you're ducking in, you hear that the footsteps above you have stopped, and then they've started moving faster. And they're still heading downwards.
Guys, hide.
Right. Yeah, Radar's going to take up position with his back to the wall with the door next to him so that he can jump on anybody who comes through.
Ryder's going to try and hop above the door well on the ceiling and go stealth.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay behind the door and get my computer out.
So there's one of you either side of the door, basically, and Ryder's
above it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear the steps are getting closer, and they're moving down, and they're getting louder, and they're getting closer. And then the door to the stairwell is swinging open.
Do nothing.
One of you is going to be behind the door, the other one is going to be just standing there.
I'll cast invisibility on myself.
Oh,
then.
Okay.
Casting it fine, but...
well, what I'm saying is, if someone's behind the door, whoever's in front of the door, I'll cast invisibility on. I don't know who's there. It's not clear to me.
Okay, I'm going to say, Al, you're behind the door. Radar, you're in front of the door. I mean, what does...
Oh, okay.
If you cast invisibility on someone, do they know they've been made invisible?
I'm pretty sure because I'm pointing at them and say I'm casting invisibility. Yeah.
You feel a tingling.
You are aware that you are invisible. It would be silly if you weren't.
Yeah. Yeah, the door opens and a torch is shining in, and then a Vlaka steps out. They're wearing neatly pressed trousers, a smartly pressed shirt, a blue tie. They've got an earpiece in. They have a what are those security hats?
Pete's
called?
cap.
Yeah, Pete's cap. And
So they saw something on the stairs, obviously.
They heard something on the stairs. They
Indeed.
heard something on this floor. And yeah, they step out and they're looking around. They're standing right in front of you, Radar.
Radar's not going to move.
And their hand is slowly moving down to their hip.
I'm going to cast Summon Creature.
What?
At first level.
Summon creature at first level.
So some tiny creature.
Oh, summon a spider possum.
I can summon one creature from the first level summoning list. So I'm gonna summon a tiny robot.
You're going to summon a Roomba that falls down the stairs.
Okay, so summon creature. Run me through it quickly.
I can summon extraplanar creature, typically elemental magical beast, but because I'm a technomancer, I can summon robots. Within 200 feet, basically just a really terrible crap robot that's just wandering about. I can direct it, it will attack people, but I can direct it not to attack or perform other actions on its first turn. And I'm just going to have it like bumping around the office being a bit crap.
Oh, that's
some
great.
kind of like...
And most importantly, can you do it silently?
I don't know how... There's nothing
Because-
here that tells me it's not silent, but I don't know.
Because the problem is you're basically using magic, and magic always has sound effects.
In all recordings, it does.
It's just a general rule. Magic always has sound effects.
Well, I mean, you don't want it to be too quiet, right? You want it to be a noisy robot that's making noise.
No,
No,
I mean,
like
Al.
they can hear you casting the
yeah,
spell.
but can you
they'll
cover
hear
the
Al.
sound of the spell by dropping a Roomba into one of the cubicles?
No, because you have to cast the spell first.
Yeah, but it'll hopefully be distracting enough that it'll go, oh my god, there's a robot there. And
It's hope on hope,
but-
so do it or don't do it.
I'll do it, I'm
I
doing
don't know,
it.
man.
You do it. Yeah, okay, so you summon a small Roomba a couple of feet above the floor. It drops with a clatter. The guard immediately pulls their gun and turns to it, and then they turn back to where Al is and show yourself. And roll initiative, everyone.
Oh,
roll
shit.
initiative, Al. No, roll initiative, everyone.
Fuck's sake.
And the only reason is because he rolled a nat 20.
Well, you can't really beat that, can you?
Otherwise,
Okay.
it would have worked, but you have now got a small Roomba in the room with you as well.
Oh, great. What's its
It
initiative?
acts on my turn, but it's a level 1 creature. It's like the shittest spell I could have cast.
It's a bad Roomba.
So I used the
You
lowest.
could throw it pretty
lowest
hard.
one.
It's a Generation 1 Roomba. It's not great.
Yep, that's it. First level Roomba.
Yeah, Al's shouting fetus deletus probably didn't help in the summoning of the Roomba.
Yeah.
Leviosa.
Anyway, initiative.
Indeed.
25.
18 plus 11, 29.
That'll be 22.
Alright, sorry, can you run me off them again? I was writing them down in the swap place. So,
Were you writing summoned Roomba?
yes. Okay, so we've got the Vlaka, who I haven't actually rolled initiative for yet.
Is this Valaka about to get dogpiled? Literally.
Yes. Radar is about to pounce.
He's going to get
He
rumbled.
was going to pounce him
He's
before
gonna
he
get
drew the
rumbled.
gun, but, you know.
I would like that pun stricken from the
No,
record.
it's got to stay.
Overruled.
Yeah, you say that, I'm editing this.
Oh, yeah.
Audience, if you heard that pun, I got overruled. Right, so Ryder goes first. The Vlaka, he's turned his attention to where he thinks Al is. Because he was standing right next to Al, his gun is more or less pointed directly at Al. You can make an assessment and guess that he's probably perceiving
Yeah,
Al.
so she'll quickly draw her sword and try and smack this guy in the back of the head with the butt of it. Try and knock him out.
Yeah, that's attack roll.
27 to hit.
Oh, which one are you hitting him with? The energy or the kinetic one?
Let's do energy first. So the ethical billionaire, EAC.
Excellent choice, sir, because that beats his EAC.
Also.
So what, you're just smacking him in the back of the head with it?
Yeah, she's going to try and disorientate him.
Discombobulate.
Discombobulate.
Yeah, roll for damage.
Okay. Where is ethical billionaire?
Just imagining this guy's just turned. He's seen
Halt!
Or he thinks he's seen someone. He's heard the clatter of a Roomba just turn up. And then someone smacked him on the back of the head. Someone climbed up his body and smacked him on the back of the head because Vlaga, he's like 6 or so foot tall.
Well, Ryder was above him because she was above the doorway, so she just dropped down.
Oh, yeah, you went up, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good. Okay. 24.
24.
Badonk.
Minus 24. Yeah, there's a yelp of pain as you smack this guy right in the back of the head, like hard enough that his hat falls off. Radar, it is your go.
I don't think it's going to be that good. Right, Radar's going to try and grapple this guy by basically grabbing his gun with one hand and putting his hand over his mouth with the other.
We're back to grappling, my favourite mechanic.
Yay!
Radar has been told not to murder people, so he's doing his best.
Oh, you're trying! Yeah, that's sweet.
We're really trying.
Yeah. So it's the grapple, which Radar's not actually brilliant at, but it's the only option we've got right now.
Make a melee attack, and you're going against his kinetic armor class.
Well, that is a 16 on the dice, plus 8, 24.
20. Oh!
Does that beat his CMD?
No.
Okay, so his armor class plus 8 is not 24. Okay.
It's more than 24, and you're going to be very annoyed at what it is.
It's 25, isn't
It's
it?
25. I'll give you that for free.
Shit.
Do I have any bonuses for ambushing him?
I mean, he's just been smacked in the back of the head. He's going to be discombobulated.
Yeah, he is technically flat-footed.
Leave it to the GM's
No, I think he
discretion.
was suspicious. He was suspicious before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he got attacked from above and then the side, two separate directions he was looking.
I mean, he's technically flanked, maybe, but...
Yeah, what's flank do? Give me +1. I just need 1.
Flanked gives you an advantage in D&D, 5e.
Yeah, but we're not playing that.
No.
Flanking gives you a +2 bonus on attack rolls. Is he flanked?
Yeah, because you're directly... You're on
26.
the other side of the door. So, yes, he is flanked.
From the top on the side. There you go.
26.
By the skin of your balls, you have decent AC.
I'm much rulebook lawyering.
I mean, it's for the best that you've taken him out. Or
So-
you release... You've
right,
got him, yeah, I mean, how do you do it? You say you grab his gun with one hand and put your hand over his mouth with the other?
Yeah, basically push him into the door frame, bash his hand against the wall to make him drop the gun, put my hand over his mouth with the other.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
Can I have a free action to say something?
Only if it's badass.
If you make a noise, my friend above you is going to cut your head off.
Shut up.
Yeah, that was meant to be quiet. I was doing it for the benefit of the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's struggling against you until you say that. I mean, Ryder, are you still invisible?
No, she loses it when she attacks.
Yeah,
you
when
lost
she
the
attacks,
attacks. So, okay, nobody's invisible anymore because you've all had turns at kicking the shit out of this guy. So except
Al isn't
Al,
good.
but Al's not visible. Al's visible to him anyway because he used a spell and that's.
Yeah, I'm technically...
So I like to think the room goes deadly silent for a moment, and then a Roomba just comes out from behind one of the cubicles.
Sick him, Fido! I was going to go and bite his
What happens
legs.
now?
So as you slam him.
No, my Roomba's going to attack him.
As you slam him to the door frame, he instinctively growls back at you. But as you whisper your threat to him, you can see his ears droop and you can see his tail droops. And as he looks up and he sees Ryder hovering above him, clambering up the wall with her swords,
With a very serious expression on her
and
face.
the fucking big polar bear, and the world's most menacing home appliance, you can see that he calculates his options, and so I'm going to say you have ended combat, which is very lucky because it was about to be his turn, and the first thing he was going to do was bark into his comm.
Yep.
Yeah, I bet he was. Ryder, get his comms, and then when you've secured his comms, we're going to tie him up.
So holding her sword up to his throat, Ryder scuttles down the wall and decoms him.
Yeah.
Takes anything
you doing a proper search, or are you just taking his comm and gun?
Oh, proper search. Oh, and shut the door as well.
You close the door, you're out of combat. What are you tying him up with?
I think we've all
A
got
telephone cord?
We've all got titanium cable on us, don't we? I do.
I didn't bring mine.
Oh, really?
It's in my other espionage suit. Sorry.
Please don't call it an espionage suit.
Okay, so you do a pat down. You don't have to roll anything for it because you're.
Does he have cuffs?
Huh?
Is he what?
Has he got any cuffs or zip ties or anything?
Yeah,
As
he's
a security guard?
He's a security guard. He has some zip cuffs, like just the single use zip tie type ones.
Well,
Oh, look at
there
that.
you go.
In fact, here's
Fancy you having these.
here's a full itinerary of things he has. One laser pistol, an ID badge, a comlink to an open comm channel, and that's wired into one of his ears just with a clip-on earpiece.
Was
Okay.
Yeah, Ryder's plucked that out of his ear and plugged it into hers.
Radar's taken his ID badge. Does it look like it has a barcode scanner on it?
It looks like it's a proximity key, like you get for entry and exit to office buildings, like as staff. It's also got his name.
What's his name?
Who here speaks Vlaka?
No one.
You don't know.
No, right.
Yeah, but it wouldn't it surely be in a standard language if it's
Yeah.
It's in a standard language for an office staffed mostly by Vlaka.
What's your name?
Radar's got his hand over his mouth.
We'll interview him somewhere more productive.
We don't need to interview him. I can find out.
I can just read his brain.
I'm just gonna turning his brain to goop just counts as killing him, but with extra steps.
That's still murder.
No. We don't have. No, it can't harm him. I just hack his mind for information. It's not high enough level to hurt him yet.
I don't know. I've seen that happen to V multiple times, and they don't look very happy about it.
Well, let's find out. Yeah, I'm going to cast hack wetware on him.
Yeah, no, don't cast any spells. Keep what spells you have. We might need them. Let's just
No,
ask him.
I've got plenty of these ones. It's a not high level spell.
Well, Radar's going to
So-
take his hand off of his muzzle and be like, "What's your name?"
Okay, so Zuki, you're not casting.
I am going to cast it because I want to find out where the CEO's office is, where the stuff that he isn't supposed to look at and so forth would be.
Right, one at
Because
a
That's what we need
time.
to find it quick.
Can we
right?
do Ty's audible interrogation before we
Yep.
do Zuki's mind blending?
Well, first of
Well-
all, can we escort this guy to a bathroom on this level?
Yeah, every level has a bathroom. It's an office.
Yeah.
Since
And-
we're short on time, it might be easier if I just hack this guy and then we can just get the hell up there. Because once we get him somewhere secure or somewhere away from the main doors, yeah, I'll cast this and look for information about where is the kind of the CEO's private computer.
Sure.
And
So we'll escort him to a bathroom, tie him up with his unzipped ties, and Zuki, you can do your spell.
Yeah. So there's no roll for zip tying him. It's reaction. You've got him in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
and-
You're all like.
Ryder's frisked him and taken all of his comm
You've
stuff.
got all his stuff. Zuki, you do your mind blending, and
so, does he have a mental firewall? I'm guessing.
he's a
not.
security guard. No.
Yeah.
So
So I can gain deeper access to their secrets and memories if it's not partitioned by a memory shows exactly what the target experienced from their perspective. So I may lack context, and I can save the information to a computer to retrieve later.
If you brain mushroom, it's still murder.
Well, yes. I mean, well, I promise I'm not brain mushy. young
how
man, don't
quickly
worry.
this has become the ethics Olympics from
Yeah, right.
shooting people in the back of the head in broad daylight to we don't want to hurt
to
his
brain mushing.
Yeah, let's flip flop from one extreme to the other. That's roleplay.
No, this spell cannot hurt
Okay,
him,
cool.
at least as written.
What does it look like when you do it?
Yeah, I'm just like using a computer to remotely hack his brain.
And does he get a will
Yeah.
save against it, or
He does. It's a will saving throw.
Basic immune system.
oh, 19 he rolled plus his will.
Ooh.
Oh, if it had been a nat 20, he'd have carried it off.
Plus his will, which is plus 9. So what's the difficulty? Because he rolled a total of
That's what I'm
26.
trying to find out.
10
No,
plus Zuki's cast 11.
28, sorry.
No, it's not quite that. Okay, 10 plus the level of spell plus your key ability skill modifier. So I'm casting this as a level 3 spell, so that's 13 plus 5, 18.
18.
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it's
19.
19. It's 19 because I have the Technomancer ability. All my spells are slightly more difficult to resist.
No, his will is strong. He's not actively trying to fight you. It's just his reflexive mental condition that means that, yeah, you get your computer up and running. You try and break into his mind, but
Oh, okay.
you can see into his mind, but everything's like you're looking through very deeply frosted glass.
Mm-hmm.
I will allow you a perception roll to see if you can potentially make sense of what you're seeing.
Okay.
Which is a shame, actually,
Well, how
because I
about
just spent ages
mysticism?
writing out like a whole bunch of cool memories.
No,
I don't get to use them.
You should do it. You should let me do it.
Going all the way
Well, I
back to
could
his
just cast it
childhood.
again. I could cast it again and make him do another save.
Or you have points.
No.
Oh yeah, can I use an RP? What does
No.
RP do?
Oh, it's vetoed.
We can just ask him, or you can
Yeah.
cast it again.
We can just intimidate him, or you can
can't
try
use
it
RP.
again.
You're not using our carefully saved roleplay points on this trivia.
Nah.
No, I totally am. You get them back really quick. I'm using
No,
them.
you don't have the authority.
It has to be a unanimous agreement. However, you do
Yeah,
have quite a
it
few
does.
of them, and
How many have we got?
quite a
But
few.
you
of
get them back from an hour's
Oh no,
rest.
these are plot points.
No,
these
no plot points.
Yeah, so
These are
plot
plot
points
points.
are a
Okay.
thing where at the start I'll ask you to do a recap, and if you do a decent recap, I give you a plot point, and you can use that plot point to
Oh, I
re-roll
see. So it's not RP
or
then.
have a re-roll from another.
You're talking
Oh,
about resolve points,
that's-
aren't you, Zuki?
Yeah, resolve points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, not that.
I mean, you have got. I don't remember how many plot points because it's been so long. So I'm going to say 3.
That's okay. Forget about it. I will cast it twice.
Just
then.
roll it
Cast on
again.
resolve.
Yeah, roll again.
No, you roll again.
Yeah, sorry, that
No,
was
you-
No,
that
you.
was me picking.
Yeah,
It's your saving.
you got to roll again, RJ.
Oh, thank fuck, he didn't make it. Okay.
Uh,
I mean, as the impartial DM, I can confirm that. Yeah, you pry harder. You put more effort into sort of investigating.
We see him with his family.
Yeah, you see him with his wife and his kids.
his dad teaching him how to ride a bike.
He was born on the Vlaka homeworld. He went to.
I do get access to their thoughts, fears, and desires
Yeah.
as well.
So thoughts. He was thinking about going home and having dinner later with his wife and kids. Fears. He's scared of spiders and like large open spaces. And desires. Sometimes he likes his.
He's agoraphobic.
Yeah.
Desires. Sometimes he likes his wife to dress him up in a muslin collar and peg him. There you go. That's all.
That cut off for me. I don't know
Yeah,
if it cut off for anyone else.
I'm kind of glad that cut off because I'm pretty sure I got what the subtext
No,
was.
I want to know what it is. What is he?
I'm still never going to repeat it.
That's
Oh,
not
but
going
I
in
can
the recording.
I can look it up
Fine.
again.
Al,
In fact, I'm
Al
saving this.
would
to my
know that the
computer.
guy likes his wife to sometimes dress him up in a muzzle and collar and peg him. There you go.
All right.
Oh my!
Well, I'm going to save that memory to my computer. I'll make sure he knows that I've got it.
RJ,
Yeah.
is that going in the recording?
Audience, have you heard
Of
that? It
course
went
it
into
is.
the recording.
Well, I want it in the recording because I'm going to use it as blackmail material that he doesn't say anything.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Ethics. Anyway,
Perfect.
what?
Because I even have like it saved to my computer as part of the spell. So it's like, here you
Fine.
go. I could release
Fine.
this to the
Add
press.
one item Vlaka porn to your inventory, and more importantly,
My inventory.
you see the route of the patrol that he was taking, and there are.
Okay. I'm specifically looking for where is the CEO's office or the top level computer access.
Levels 18, 19, and 20. Level 18 is dedicated, and you hear this in his voice, which I haven't really assigned him one, so he just sounds like someone from West Croydon. 18, 19, 20 are the floors that you're interested in. And level 18 contains all the server hardware for the building, the offices.
And has he been on that floor? I want an image. I can see up to a minute of him doing stuff on that floor, if possible, just to get an idea of the
Good
layout and
news.
cameras and
He
shit
was
like that.
walking down from the top of the building, which means that he passed through levels 20, 19, and 18.
Good.
Level 20, the executive penthouse. This is the offices for the head honcho himself, the Wolf in Cashmere. Level 19 and associates, like high level ranking people within the company. Level 19 is a room where he enters it, it's a giant safe. But he never goes inside the safe, no one does. Only the CEO and his immediate family go in there.
The vault.
Level 18 is the server room. That's it's computers and hardware, things like that. There are...
Let's try there first.
And more to the point, from your visions, you can see that level 20 was vacant, level 19 had 2 guards who were walking around the perimeter of the safe area, and level 18, there was 1 tech guy who was there just sorting out some minor server issues. All Vlaka.
Okay.
Right. Do we need this guy for anything else?
I don't think so.
Right. Thank you very much, sir. You've been most helpful. And Ryder's going to club him around the back of the head again.
Bonk. Yeah, I mean, he's already tied up, so now he's tied up unconscious.
Radar, can you help me drag this guy into the toilet?
Oh, I was waiting for you to say, and then you make him invisible and chuck in a dumpster, which is your MO.
Ahoy hoy everybody, Cypher here, aka Ryder, and once again thank you for listening to Cosmopunk. If you're still listening and you like what you just heard, why not tell your friends about us? That'd be really cool of you. And if you really like what you just heard, why not buy us a Ko-fi? Links to our Twitter, Ko-fi, Discord, and all of the other places you can listen to this podcast are in the description below. Once again, thank you so much for listening, and we'll be seeing you all in 2 weeks' time. Till then, shoot straight and roll high.